What have you been doing? What's your policy say about having open containers of alcohol in your patrol vehicle?
I've been the sheriff for the last 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Going on, carrying on, talking to them.
Hey, go ahead and put your hands behind your back real quick, okay?
Sir, are you okay? Hello?
Some cops think their power gives them a free pass, but sooner or later they learn the hard way. Starting with a case where we found a deputy so drunk on the job, EMS had to be called. On July 4th, 2022, Oscar Mayorga, 25, of the Apopka Police Department, was pulled over after driving erratically in his official vehicle by a member of the Eustis Police Department, and he wasn't looking too good.
It's all good. Hey, man. So, can you just put your hands on the roof for me? Quick, I'm gonna remove your gun, okay? You got any other weapons?
No, but I'm
Take it
supposed to
easy.
see you're prone to seizures. Okay, I'll turn my lights off real quick for you. All right?
I'm gonna put this in my car for the duration of this encounter, okay?
Stay right there, all right? You don't have your coaches with you? No, sir. No?
Where's that thingy from?
It's all good. He said that his rifle's in the back. It was in the center console when I talked to him. There's in a couple of it's not there.
What time did you get off work today, man? What time did you get off work?
6:30.
6:30? What have you been doing?
I've done shoot.
You got to a foot pursuit? What time? What?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.? You work night shift?
Yeah, 8:30 at night. 8:30. It's all good. I'm right here if you need a lean.
Hey, if you work nights, where are you going right now?
I work main shift. It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall. It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall. All right? I control seizures. Here, you want to sit down? You want to sit down? Here, you can sit down in the grass if you want.
Mayorga was completely disoriented. He was in no condition to stand up, let alone drive. And he also complained that flashing lights caused him seizures. Who even allowed him on the force? The deputies then found something concerning in Mayorga's car.
He's already disarmed, sir.
You're not in trouble.
Listen, do you need EMS or no?
No.
If you're acting like this way, I'd rather them come
Here.
and make sure you're okay.
Let's sit in the back where there's AC. All right, you're not in trouble. That way.
No, I know. I'm just trying to...
All right, come on. Ready?
42
Okay,
uses.
sit down. All right.
Can you have EMS en route? You can't even stand properly. He keeps falling.
You're gonna see it. This guy was in.
The caller then told the police what he saw before he called the cops to intervene.
From Lowe's in Mount Dora all the way around a couple of blocks here, Center Street and whatever other street is.
We'll give him a call back in a minute. I'm speaking to the plan again.
Yeah, Center Street and Firewood.
Yes, sir.
All over the road, stopping in the middle of the street, off the road, running stop signs, a lot of stuff going on
Okay.
with this guy. And I tried to call the Popka PD, of course, they said they closed. So we just called 911, I guess, and went to you guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure other people was probably calling you.
Okay.
But-
oh yeah, we got a call.
Yeah, he could be having a medical condition, but he was asleep. We passed by his car, he was asleep.
He was asleep.
He
When,
was
when did
sitting-
you pass by his car?
Right over here at Center and Firewood.
Okay.
We turned the corner. He was coming this way. We turned the corner because we kind of lost it.
All right.
But I have everything on video.
You do?
I
Would you
got-
be able to email that to one of our
Yeah,
officers?
the guy just gave me a card here.
Perfect. That email is on at the erap@ci.eustis.fl.us would be a good email to send that.
Yes.
What did you see, man?
He can't even. He keeps stumbling.
Do you smell anything?
Yeah. And there's a
What do you
weird
smell?
alcohol.
Okay, I'm just making sure. What type of beer can?
He said it was in his center console when he first got there. It was.
Hey man, just sit down.
Hey. Sit down, sir.
We're just having EMS come check you out.
He moved the beer can because when I
What
got
type of
there,
beer can was it?
hold on. He moved it, put it in between the seat. So I looked in there, I saw it, I grabbed it, and it's a 7.5% alcohol. Some kind of ale.
Ale?
It's like a.
What the witness told us was scary. It's fortunate he didn't get into an accident or anything. Moments later, the supervisor arrived on scene and confronted Mayorga.
Did you do anything to celebrate today, man?
No, sir.
No. Listen, man. It's
I
rather.
took,
It's better to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
listen. In our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I know. I took
Listen, man.
the Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No, that's maybe 3 days old.
Okay. I smell the alcohol coming from your breath. Are you willing to perform standard field sobriety exercises?
Okay.
You are?
No.
You don't want to do them? Okay. EMS is going to come check you out. And if you have to go to the hospital, then we'll go from there, okay?
No. Again, I took 3 Benadryls.
You took 3 Benadryls? What time?
Benadryl, diphenhydramine, is used for allergies and allergic reactions, as well as common cold symptoms. It may cause mild or serious side effects, such as sleepiness and seizures, among others. Benadryl is available as a prescription and an over-the-counter OTC medicine. Mayorga was lying, and a good indicator of that was that he refused to take a field sobriety test or the breathalyzer. Even the medicine he said he took had dangerous side effects.
Maybe less than 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago?
You're going into work. Why would you take Benadryl, man? You know Benadryls make people sleepy.
I was trying to go to sleep.
You miss your shift?
Are you scheduled to work today?
Yeah.
You see where we're coming from, man? You're not making any sense.
No, I do. No, I do.
Okay, man. We all make mistakes. I get it.
Yeah.
I know our job's stressful. I get that, man. You sounded like you had a stressful night last night. Okay. Alright, so where do you live?
Pretty much. I mean,
You said you lived off of Atwater, right?
yeah. So,
Why are you over here?
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Just trying to find someone.
Did you go 10-8 on the radio?
I did not.
You did not? Did you call in to work today?
I'm supposed to, but I.
Do they know where you are? No one knows that you're calling in to work today?
I'm not sure.
I got you, man. EMS is here, okay?
Alright.
You need to be respectful, please, alright?
No, of course, yeah.
Oh, thank you, man.
He told the officers that he was supposed to report to work today, but it seemed like the effects of the drug he took or the drink he had made him lose track of where he was. EMS arrived shortly after.
Is there anybody in the car that can come get you?
My mom.
The sergeant's on his way.
Oh, okay.
So I do have Pillow syndrome.
That?
So, Pillow syndrome.
Okay.
So I'm missing the left side of my chest.
Okay.
Just need this arm.
After reading him his Miranda rights, the officer tries to investigate further by questioning him.
You said you had 3 tall boys?
Yeah, I think 2 or 3, yeah.
What time was that?
Again, I think it was 3 o'clock.
PM? Like a few hours ago? Is one of those in your car the same one you drank?
No, sir.
That's an older one?
That one's old.
It's actually older?
Yes.
Okay, my fellow officer said it was in your cup holder when he stopped you originally.
Yeah, again, it was there, but it's old.
What's your policy say about having open containers of alcohol in your patrol vehicle? And you said he didn't contact your sergeant or anything saying you weren't going to make it to work today?
No, sir.
And you're scheduled to work, like you. This is your day on. How far did you make it from your house before you decided to turn around? We had a witness say you were by Lowe's.
Hey, officer, can I get those keys for your car real quick?
Eventually, Mayorga was arrested for DWI. Police said his blood alcohol level registered at 0.39 and 0.385. That is nearly 5 times higher than the legal limit. If you thought what Mayorga was doing was criminal, wait till you see what this sheriff was accused of. On December 3, 2022, FBI asked Crawford County Police to pull over Johnson County Sheriff James "Jimmy" Stevens after they reportedly witnessed him leave a house in his patrol vehicle and believed he had illegal drugs in his possession.
Hello, sir.
What's up, boys?
Hey, I'm Trooper Price, State Police. We're gonna stop you. Coming up, flashing lights there. You were speeding just a little bit.
My flashing lights?
There used to be flashing lights. It's the 71 to 282.
How fast are you going?
You're going 50 and 45. Not that big of a deal.
Bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Do you have your license on you?
Yeah, I do.
You got your registration and insurance. Is this your car?
Well, it's the counties.
The counties?
Yeah.
What? You work for a county department?
Yeah, Johnson County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, okay.
Glasses.
How long you been with them?
I've got my gun on my side too, okay?
Okay.
Yep, service weapon. I've been the sheriff for the last 4 years.
Okay.
Alright, guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. I know we just got the insurance thing a couple of days ago.
What are you doing up here in Crawford County?
Well, I went to visit a CI.
Visit who?
A CI just north of town. Delivered some bags of goodies up there.
What did you deliver to him?
Well, his wife. Let me pop the truck and I'll show you. There's some goods at the co-op deal we did.
Yeah.
Where it's giving out to needy families and stuff like that. I'll show you what they are.
Hey, if you don't...
They're a good deal.
Hey, since you're hopping out, just throw your service weapon over the passenger seat. Come back here.
Moments later, an FBI official arrived on scene and took over the investigation.
Out of Johnson County. Taking him thank you back. Never mind. There's a guard here.
Fine to do.
The FBI?
Okay.
Okay. You have any other weapons on you at all?
Nope. In the car.
No backup weapon anywhere?
Nope.
Where's that here?
Hey, Sheriff, let me ask you this. You don't have nothing illegal in your car, do you? Nothing you're not supposed to have? No drugs?
There could be, yeah, there could be drugs in there.
There is
Most
drugs?
definitely, yep.
What kind of drugs?
There's some, my CI just gave me some things.
What's
just in
things?
passing, there's some little,
I don't know what things are.
there's some butter and,
Like marijuana?
Yeah, and like a butter marijuana and 2 little buds that through the course going on, carrying on, talking to them.
Hey, go ahead and put your hands behind your back real quick, okay? This whole deal's odd to me.
Yep.
And so, as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and detain you, okay? I'm not saying you're under arrest right now, but as of right now, we're just going to detain you until we figure out what's going on, okay? Because I've never heard of a sheriff not saying that what you're doing is wrong, but I can tell you this. I've been working narcotics for 7 years, okay? And I've never heard of a sheriff himself coming out. I'm not saying it don't happen, because it does happen, but not very often that comes out and works narcotics on his own and stuff like that, okay? So, and now that you said you've got some narcotics in your car, we're gonna search your car, okay?
Get up.
So,
Get up.
is this your personal car, or is this your...
No, this is a county-owned vehicle.
Okay. Does the court and all them, they allow you to take this out for personal use? And
I wouldn't quite call it personal use.
Stevens was promptly placed in handcuffs. He admitted to having multiple drugs in his car, which meant that the FBI caught him red-handed.
let me ask you this, just, do you think, if you were in my position, would you think this is odd?
Trooper, based on
I'm talking outside of them being here. Look at me. Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I'm asking you.
I'm going to go ahead and just invoke my rights, and I'm going to speak to attorney and see mine under arrest. And you guys,
okay.
I'll be respectful and do whatever you need to do.
I understand that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you have it right here. Okay. Y'all want to watch him for me? Okay. Hey, since you told me where those are, you want to just tell me where the bud is?
Huh?
Since you told me where those are, you want to tell me where the bud is?
They're in the trunk.
Okay.
Put them in a plastic bag.
Okay.
A trash bag.
Okay. Whew, I smell it now. Huh?
Those are the two items I was referring to.
Yeah. That's a lot of wax.
There's butter.
Butter, wax, still a lot. Yeah.
Will you listen to the right one just a tad?
Let me feel it. This one?
No, the right one.
Oh, the right one. It's not. It's twisted. You good?
Drugs that were found in his patrol vehicle included oxycodone, hydrocodone, marijuana, and marijuana butter. The FBI later confirmed that it had been watching Stevens as part of a corruption and narcotics investigation.
Get 18. 32, 10, 4th of H, 29, 1050. 410, 14, 10, 4.
You carry a lot of Narcan, don't you?
35 will switch to 24. 35. 270, about the 7 mile marker. It's the white DMC pickup 983 X3 Victor Falls. Yeah.
Hey, I just want to let you sit over here, okay? I'm gonna put you in my car. We're not in there. You know, if the right to remain silent, anything said can be used against you in the court of law, you have the right attorney present for any question. You can't afford one to be appointed for no additional charge. You understand all that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you like to talk about anything we found in there so far?
No, I told you everything that was in there.
Well, I'm asking, do you want to talk about any of that?
No, there's an explanation for everything that's in there.
I'm asking you, would you like, if I asked you some questions, would you be willing to talk about it right now?
Not at the moment. No,
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yep.
On October 25, 2023, Stevens pleaded guilty to felony possession of hydrocodone and was given a 6-year suspended sentence. Stevens has surrendered his law enforcement certificate. This next female captain was so scummy that her actions brought a $1.2 million lawsuit on her and her city. Former police captain Kimberly Kilpatrick was arrested for stealing from a donation account she created to assist injured detective David Fouts. In 2016, Fouts was severely injured in a crash that killed his wife. Kilpatrick misappropriated the funds for personal use.
I'll start this off with, you have any idea what this is about?
Yes.
What do you think this is about?
It's about the continued involvement with David Fouts and his family. The money that I had paid to Good Samaritan because I had borrowed money from Alexa Fouts. So it's more of the witch hunt from Gregory Cook and Carly White.
Okay. What money are you talking about?
There was some money that I had borrowed from Alexa back it was the end of 2016, in January of 17. I was purchasing a home in Daytona, and I was on an account with her where we were depositing money from funds collected for her family after Dave's crash.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, it looks bad on the surface, but I had borrowed the money to pay. There was a creditor thing I had to pay for the loan on the house, and then I did. There was a separate incident for the title company because the sale of my house was messed up because the people buying my house at the time, the money from the title company didn't push it through or collect it. There was no money at the time, and I had also the closing on the new house the same day. And because the funds weren't in there, I contacted Alexa, told her what was happening. And Joe Sweats at the time was with me. He took a check to the bank to get the certified check.
These were just excuses, and the reality was far different. Kilpatrick withdrew over $25,500 for personal use, using the money to pay off a loan and buy a house. The detectives were slowly going to make her cough it all up.
Yeah, they're all have your signature on it, and they were all, the majority of them were for Dave. You paid off a.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Like there was a cremation service.
Yeah, for $20 or something. There was something from Iron Horse Motorcycles. You wrote a check to them.
I don't remember.
It might have been for a raffle. So the majority of the stuff from the benefit account was for Dave.
Okay.
But Alexa didn't seem to have any. She had no workings with that account. It seems like her name was on it, but it seems like you pretty much handled that entire account, just from the paperwork.
No, because she had the debit card and stuff. She used the debit card for things, and she didn't write a lot of checks. I know, but I didn't think there were that many checks even written.
Going through this at the time you're working at the Port Orange Police Department, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of money coming in. Who'd you make aware at any point in time that there was some sort of deal going on with the family?
Maybe
like
deal.
You said you're borrowing money, right? You're getting a loan that's based out of this account that was set up for David to medical bills. Obviously, he's got a ton of medical bills coming in. I mean, he was hurt pretty bad.
He was behind on payments, and I actually went to Bank of America. They wouldn't give us much information, but I had paid, and this was in the beginning when the account first opened, so I put the $1,000 at the mortgage company, or the bank. And then with him being in the hospital, and then having because he was going back and forth, it was like...
You guys thought he was going to die, right?
Well, at one point, yeah. And then he would have surgery, and then he'd come out of it, and he'd be like better than he was.
Kim, let me ask you a question. All right, I'm not trying to be an asshole, nothing. I just want to be upfront with you. You borrowed money out of a benefit account. How do you think that looks?
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know how that looks, and I get that. I'm not.
Yeah, and that's the.
I don't dispute that.
We're saying that. So, what do you think? Again, ballpark total money did you borrow?
It was at, I'd say, 24,000.
And we're talking he's 3,000 to 4,000. What is it? Because the house starts to get, so saying is, so that's what we're saying is, that's why, how does this look on the surface is, you're borrowing money, meanwhile bills are going unpaid.
No, that's inaccurate.
Family members of the detective couldn't pay for their house because of how much Kimberly took out of the donation account, which made them lose that house. At the same time, Kimberly had a swimming pool and a jacuzzi installed in her own house that cost around $45,000. The detectives then asked her for solid proof to back up her claims.
Is there any documentation, because you were obviously the captain in Port Orange when all this stuff was going on, is there any documentation from work, emails, messages, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Port Orange gives you a work phone, right?
Yes.
Anything that can back up anything that you're saying as far as loans or money transactions or anything like that?
No, because I didn't.
As I believe I told you, but grand theft and exploitation.
You had the same issue.
Well, why didn't somebody just call me and ask me, and I would have presented everything?
Kim, we did an investigation 3-4 years ago, and it never came up, like this kind of stuff. Like this is the kind of stuff that as you're trying to develop, and this is where you gotta understand, coming from my position, and
you kept that, Phil, you kept that close to your heart.
Yeah. There's this thing where the people are screaming that you're doing something shady, right? And I don't want to get into all the drama of it, because honestly, all I care about is what the facts are. The facts are what it shows, and talking to everybody else, we've never heard the word loan. This $24,000, this loan, and people are coming to you from the PV's angle, FDLE's coming to you, all this stuff, and not once is this the first time we've heard about any of this. And so you see, coming from a transparency point, you're talking about funds that are being donations that people are doing in there because, you know, Dave is jacked up in the hospital, and people are thinking he's going to die, and then, you know, there's house payments to be paid.
They donated that money for him.
Yeah, and then there's a loan. So I mean, you understand where we're coming from?
I do. It's just.
And that's why we're saying, is there any documentation whatsoever that you can show us at any point in time that this was a loan?
I can't.
So she just willy-nilly stole from Dave. How much of a lowlife do you have to be to steal from a dying man's donation account? She had no real answer for what the detectives asked next.
Well, because as this has been going on since 2016, there's been so much
inner turmoil everywhere.
Turmoil there, but then there's a little smoke here, then there's a little smoke here. People are going back and forth, and it's coming from all angles.
And then all of a sudden we find that. You know, we find these.
You're not talking about a small amount of money. Like, you were a captain at the police department.
I know.
If you guys were having a picnic and you went and used money from the police department, would you not have to bring receipts back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why did Carmen come off of the checking account? I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
She was on it, and then she came off of it.
Well, it depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I know, but I'm just saying, she came to me and said that it was just too much going on. She was too stressed. She didn't have time for this because she was doing her victim advocate stuff, and she just didn't want to, have to be involved. So I said, okay.
Because in her FDLE interview,
The original one?
Yeah, the original
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she said something about she thought there was some shady stuff going on, and I didn't know. I was like, nobody asked. Well, what did you see that you thought was shady?
The shady stuff is what they're referring to when they tried to say that we fraudulently signed Dave's name on the insurance policy. Okay. That they still have yet to not get any of that correct.
The exploitation statute is broad. Mm-hmm. It's depriving somebody permanently or temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
So, plus on top of everything else, I mean, there's not that, you're acting in your official capacity as the captain. Those kids, you said in your interview, you did everything you did for those kids. And I believe you. They were young, they don't know what they're doing. They got $250,000 coming in this direction, $48,000 coming from this direction, and then all this money coming in from the community.
They have attorneys that have stepped into this thing. If you went to the attorneys and said, hey, can you write me up a little legal thing, payment schedule, because I'm about to borrow $24,000 from the benefit account, what do you think the attorneys would have said? Like, would have legally guided them at that point?
Yeah, I don't know what they would have said, but...
I mean, you think they would have said it's a good idea? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, is that where you come into is it wasn't done, and they're there, and again, that's why we're sitting here, is because there is some deceitfulness that was, like it or not, like, nobody else was made aware of this. Nobody was made aware of this.
Outside of Alexa and I, know. Well, if it's a consulate, I mean, I paid the money and I paid interest on that money that I paid back. So.
This isn't the first time Kilpatrick was investigated. In 2018, she was accused of forging life insurance documents for Fouts, but FDLE cleared her of those charges. She had been robbing this disabled detective for years now. She goes on to admit that she told no one about the loan she just took.
As things are starting to heat up, one of the best things that you can do, which would be to go to the supervisor and say, listen, this is what happened, this is the deal we made, and none of that was ever done either.
Yeah, is there anybody like Proctor was there, the chief, anybody aware of any of that? Any of the lieutenants, captains?
No, because...
This is probably, chief, this is probably what they're screaming about, is they did give me a loan.
Well, no. I know. But they're screaming, and that's part of the...
I use that just as a...
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's part of the reason I kept it very close to heart, because they were attacking everything anyhow. If I dated something wrong, they're attacking it, and they were implicating the chief on that, or whoever, and it was just... The chief ended up leaving, the city manager ends up leaving, I end up leaving, because they're just, you can't even turn left without them saying, okay, you turned too sharp. I agree. And, like I said, I kept it to myself.
And
Let me
that's-
ask you this, as the investigation goes on, because obviously, you know, it's not gonna stop here. There's more stuff to do. Is there anything else that we're gonna come across?
Not at all.
Even after this interview and the investigation, Kimberly came out without serving any jail time, even though the facts were clearly against her. Borrowing without permission is just a cheesy way of saying you stole something. However, Kimberly had to pay restitution of around $10,000 to the FDLE. That's all for today. If you liked this video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check this video out if you made it till the end.